Anne's News Video, February 2026. Welcome to the February edition of Anne's News Video, bringing you the latest highlights and inspiring stories from the Salesian world. Thank you for joining us and enjoy the viewing. RMG. RMG, Rector Major's animation visit to India. The Rector Major, Father Fabio Attard, undertook an animation visit to India from the 5th to the 17th of February 2026. He visited the Salesian provinces of Kolkata, New Delhi and Chennai, meeting Salesians, young people, educators and members of the Salesian family. In Kolkata, between 5th to 8th February, he participated in the centenary celebrations, met the provincial council, visited Siliguri and Azimganj, celebrated the Eucharist and installed the new provincial, Father Sunil Kirketa, at Don Bosco Park Circus. In New Delhi province, between 9th to 13th February, he interacted with formation communities and youth and laid the foundation stone for a new school wing at Don Bosco Gumla. In Chennai province, between 13th to 17th February, he addressed rectors and young people, visited formation and educational centers, and participated in the Platinum Jubilee celebrations of Sacred Heart College, Tirupattur. The Rector Major's visit strengthened communion and renewed the shared Salesian mission in India. RMG, Visit of Pope Leo XIV to the Sacred Heart Basilica. The Sacred Heart Basilica at Castro Pretorio, Rome, welcomed Pope Leo XIV for his pastoral visit on February 22, 2026. The visit marked a significant moment for the parish entrusted to the Salesians. After the initial salutations and the welcome by the parish children and pastoral collaborators, the Holy Father proceeded to pay visit to the Don Bosco Museum. This was followed by the procession and the Holy Eucharistic celebration. After the Mass, he met the educative pastoral community and the Salesian confreres in the chapel. His visit was indeed very much paternal and brought forth great joy, renewal, encouragement and blessings on the parish community and the Salesian community. Central and Western Africa. Republic of Congo. Inauguration of the Pre-Novitiate Building in Pointe-Noire. On January 31, 2026, the Vice Province of Mary, Help of Christians Africa, Congo, inaugurated the new Pre-Novitiate Building in Côte Mateve, Pointe-Noire, which coincided with the feast of St. John Bosco. The building was opened by Father Alphonse Owudu, Regional Councillor for Central and Western Africa, in the presence of the Provincial Council and representatives of the local church. The event included tree planting as a sign of commitment to integral ecology. The Formation House had previously operated in Kinshasa and was relocated to the Republic of Congo. Ivory Coast, 85th anniversary of the St. Teresa's Parish. On February 7, 2026, the parish of St. Teresa of the Child Jesus in Douekoué celebrated its 85th anniversary. A large number of faithful gathered to give thanks for the parish's long journey of faith. The solemn Eucharist was presided over by Father Jean-Marie Kouassi, with the participation of several priests and religious. A 3-day spiritual preparation and evangelization activities preceded the celebration. DR Congo, General Councillors visit Goma. On February 17, 2026, Father Raphael Bejarano, General Councillor for Youth Ministry, and Father Alphonse Owudu, regional councillor for Central and Western Africa, visited the St. Joseph delegation in Goma for a week-long pastoral visit that strengthened communion. The visit also included a Salesian assembly focused on the delegation's transition toward becoming a vice province. They met the Salesian community at Mama Margarita and animated the young people at the Technical Industrial Institute of Goma. Eastern and Southern Africa. Zambia. Don Bosco Higher Institute inaugurated in Lusaka. The Salesian community of the Sacred Heart in Makeni inaugurated and blessed the Don Bosco Higher Institute in February 2026. The new center was dedicated to the education and accompaniment of young people in the Zambia province. The ceremony was presided over by Father Innocent Bizimana, regional councillor for Eastern and Southern Africa, and Father Michael Mbandama, provincial of ZMB. The event highlighted gratitude to benefactors and reaffirmed the commitment to holistic formation rooted in faith, values, and dignity. South Africa. Salesian Youth Movement celebrated Don Bosco Feast. On February 7, 2026, the Salesian Youth Movement of Johannesburg celebrated the Feast of Don Bosco at the AFM Vice Province headquarters. The day began with the Eucharist presided over by Father Franklin Azima, followed by educational games based on the 2026 Strenna of the Rector Major. The celebration concluded with reflections by the youth and a festive lunch. Madagascar. Cyclone Gazani devastated Tamatave. Tropical cyclone Gazani struck Tamatave on the night of February 10, 2026, causing severe destruction with winds reaching 300 kilometers per hour. Many people died, dozens were injured, and thousands were left homeless. The Salesian community suffered heavy damage to the oratory, school, parish, and vocational training infrastructure. The Salesians launched an emergency project to assist around 500 people and 50 homeless families with food, medical aid, and temporary shelters. The missionaries remained alongside the population, offering hope amid devastation. America South Cone. Brazil. Abrigo Dom Bosco celebrated 25 years in São Paulo. On February 27, 2026, the Salesian house Abrigo Dom Bosco celebrated 25 years of service to rag pickers in São Paulo. The program included prayer, cultural performances, and recognition of long-standing collaborators and public partners. Authorities and Salesian leaders highlighted the work's commitment to dignity and social inclusion. The celebration concluded with a renewed commitment to continue serving the most vulnerable with a Salesian heart. East Asia, Oceania. Cambodia. EAO Missionary Quinquennium 2026 held in Sihanoukville. From 8 to 14 February 2026, Don Bosco Sihanoukville hosted the EAO Missionary Quinquennium, gathering missionaries from across the East Asia-Oceania region for formation and renewal. Father Jorge Mario Crisafulli, General Councillor for the Missions, accompanied the encounter, encouraging renewed missionary zeal and fidelity to the Salesian charism. The week combined prayer, silence, reflection, and fraternity, strengthening commitment to serving the poorest young people. Japan. Salesians celebrated 100 years in Japan. On February 8, 2026, the Salesians celebrated the 100th anniversary of their arrival in Japan with a solemn mass at Tokyo Cathedral. Cardinal Tarcisio Isao Kikuchi presided over the Eucharist, joined by bishops and Salesian leaders from across the region. The celebration included student performances, historical recollections, and the centenary theme song, Yume wo Tsunaide, Weaving Dreams. The centenary marked a moment of thanksgiving and renewed commitment, which is set to conclude in October 2026 with the visit of the Rector Major. Vietnam. Salesian Family Day celebrated at Xuan Hiep. Nearly 700 members of the Salesian family gathered at Don Bosco Xuan Hiep Parish to celebrate Salesian Family Day 2026. The provincial, Father Barnabas Lean Fong, presented the Strenna 2026 and encouraged renewed pastoral commitment. The celebration included interactive activities, fraternal sharing, and a Thanksgiving Mass, ending with a joyful agape meal. Myanmar, animation visit of the General Councillor for Communication. From 16 to 18 February 2026, Father Fidel Maria Orendain, General Councillor for Social Communication, visited the Salesian communities in Mandalay. He met with formans and confrères, emphasizing formation, discernment, and responsible use of digital media for evangelization. The visit also included fraternal encounters with nearby FMA communities, strengthening the bonds within the Salesian family. In the challenging context of Myanmar, the presence of the General Councillor reaffirmed the closeness of the Rector Major and the Salesian congregation. China. 120th anniversary celebrated in Macau. On the 13th of February 2026, the Salesian School of Macau celebrated 120 years of Salesian presence in China. The event included the solemn enshrinement of a relic of St. John Bosco and the chalice of St. Luigi Versiglia. Around 600 members of the Salesian family participated in the celebration, which highlighted unity and fidelity to Don Bosco's missionary dream. Hong Kong. Salesian Youth Day promoted hope in the digital world. On February 28, 2026, over 400 young people gathered at Aberdeen Technical School for Salesian Youth Day. Under the theme, Igniting Hope with Youth in the Digital World, participants reflected on responsible media use and digital evangelization. The day concluded with a pledge to become communicators of hope and truth online. South Asia. India. Salesian Family Day celebrated in Odsel. On February 8, 2026, 130 members of the Salesian family gathered at the provincial house in Odsel for Salesian Family Day. The celebration began with a colorful procession and prayer service, followed by the Eucharist presided over by Father Anisio Mota, who called participants to be salt and light for the young. The Vice-Provincial reflected on the Strenna 2026 theme, encouraging renewed, faith-filled service. The gathering concluded with fellowship and the introduction of the new Provincial Council. India. DB Tech marked 20 years with Skillvention 2026. Don Bosco Tech Society celebrated 20 years of youth skilling with Skillvention 2026, a national convention held from the 19th to the 20th of February at Bangalore. Under the theme AI-Powered Future Skills, the gathering brought together Salesians, industry leaders, and partners to chart a path toward Vision 2031. The event concluded with new partnerships and a renewed commitment to train and place 1 million youth over the next 5 years. India, BOSCOM 2026 held in Shillong. The BOSCOM 2026 General Meeting for South Asia was held at the Siloam Retreat Center in the Salesian province of Shillong between 25th to 27th February 2026. 26 Salesian delegates from various Salesian provinces of South Asia gathered for the 3-day assembly that included the Eucharistic celebration, thematic inputs, interactive sessions, and discussions led by Father Fidel Maria Orendain, General Counsellor for Social Communication, together with members of the social communication sector. The meeting focused on strengthening the Salesian digital mission by building safe, hope-filled online spaces for young people. India, Salesian Spirituality Days. On 14th to 15th February, 76 members of the Salesian family gathered for Spirituality Days at the Provincial House in Hyderabad, focused on unity, vocations, and youth ministry. Inspired by the Strenna 2026, participants renewed their resolve to accompany young people, especially the most vulnerable, with faith and dedication. INTERAMERICA. Colombia. New Salesian Youth Center opened in Amaga. The Salesian province of Medellin inaugurated the youth center, Leaving Footprints, offering a safe and formative space for children and young people. The center promotes sports, culture, and academic support, embodying the preventive system as a welcoming home and evangelizing courtyard. Chile. Don Bosco Foundation delivered aid to fire victims. The Don Bosco Foundation coordinated massive aid distribution to families affected by fires in Greater Concepcion. Over 10 million pesos were raised, along with essential supplies, reaffirming the foundation's commitment to solidarity and long-term accompaniment. Dominican Republic. Communication Assembly focused on human-centered media. From 13 to 15 February, communication coordinators of the Antilles province gathered under the motto, Preserving Human Voices and Faces. Workshops and planning sessions strengthened their commitment to professional, creative, and human-centered Salesian communication. Venezuela. Don Bosco Network Youth Retreat held in Caracas. From 13 to 17 February, teenagers from the Don Bosco Network gathered for their annual retreat at Villa Don Bosco. Through prayer, reflection, and group activities, they rediscovered holiness as a concrete and joyful life project. Mexico. Salesian Family Spirituality Day celebrated. On February 21st, 136 members of the Salesian family gathered for a day of prayer, formation, and reconciliation. Provincial leaders encourage shared responsibility in living Salesian spirituality at the service of youth. Ecuador. Técnico Salesiano of Cuenca celebrated 90 years. On February 27th, the Técnico Salesiano Educational Unit celebrated its 90th anniversary. The celebration honored decades of Salesian technical education, forming responsible and faith-filled citizens. Central and Northern Europe. Belgium. Don Bosco Hechtel celebrated 130 years. On February 7th, Don Bosco College Hechtel celebrated its 130th anniversary and inaugurated a new school wing with modern classrooms and flexible learning spaces. The event also honored the school's rich history dating back to 1896. Belarus. Salesian families celebrated Day of Spirituality. The Salesian family gathered at Smahon to reflect on the 2026 motto, "Do whatever he tells you." The day included Eucharist, creative reenactments, and pastoral reflection, strengthening unity and Marian spirituality. Poland. 16th Theatre Festival held in Ostroda. From 27th February to 1st March, students from Salesian schools participated in the 16th Theatre Initiatives Festival. The event combined performances, workshops, spiritual moments, and fraternity. Mediterranean. Tunisia. Young leaders formed in communication. On February 6th, young leaders from 4 oratories gathered for a formation day on communication in Manuba. The initiative provided practical tools to build relationships and strengthen Salesian educational communities. Italy. Over 1,200 youth joined Santaramo Carnival. The 57th Children's Carnival gathered more than 1,200 young participants in a celebration of creativity, tradition, and Salesian joy at Santaramo in Colle. Portugal. Évora celebrated 100 years of Salesian presence. On February 19th, the Salesian community at Évora celebrated its centenary with a solemn session, artistic performances, and commemorative initiatives. The celebration renewed commitment to educating good Christians and honest citizens. Italy. 9th meeting of Salesian Provincials of Europe held in Turin. From 27th February to 1st March 2026, more than 50 Salesian leaders gathered in Valdocco for the 9th meeting of European Provincials. Led by the Rector Major, Father Fabio Attard, and various members of the General Council, the meeting focused on the renewed ratio for formation and discernment for the future of the Salesian presence in Europe, urging commitment, connection with youth, and gospel-centered communication. That's all we have for you in this February edition of Anne's News video. Share it with your confrères, collaborators, young people and friends, and make known the good that is being done in the Salesian world.